Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Osayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
It's midweek. It's a beautiful, lovely Wednesday morning from our studios here of Ways Breakfast. Make your Wednesday a win by celebrating the little things and keeping your focus on the big things. Welcome to that youthful inclined breakfast show that's very different from the usual breakfast show you always do come about. This is the show where you hear the youth and vibrant voices talk about conversations ranging from politics to national interest stories, trending issues, tech, finance, physical and mental health talks. And the highlight of today's episode is we're going to be talking about the female folks and the importance of branding to them. My name is Omotoshola Sharimaki, and I say a very big welcome to the show. I'm not here alone. I'm not here with the full squad either. I'm here with God's Beauty. Hello, hello. Good morning.
Hey, bestie. Good morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci. Vous?
That's cute. Oh, you've been out the night dress.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm so surprised there's no Amatan here yet. Because, I mean, over the weekend, I felt the breeze. I
Right.
saw it. The water was cold when I was trying to bathe in the morning. But yeah, I'm not saying it. Everywhere is just so hot and hot and hot. And I'm wondering.
But probably it's maybe the money that is in this island. Or maybe it's the money that is occupying space and is making everywhere hot.
Oh, I get it.
Or probably the plenty wahala and, I just feel like, the island, there are much people here, and, there's just a whole lot of business and all, but, that cannot really, that's what I've just said now does not really explain why there's still no code here and all, but, let's see how it goes.
But then, let's talk a little bit about what has been happening on social media space. Different thing. If there's one thing I would advise you to have in this life is just have money for data.
Right.
You can choose not to eat. Well, that's a personal choice.
Chineke.
But ensure that you have money for data because everything happens on social media space.
Right.
From the good to the bad, to the ugly to the terrible, to the most interesting. You find everything on social media space. But before we start talking about what we met or what we saw yesterday today on social media space, please go to our YouTube channel now at Official Upgrade TV. Click the subscribe button and also follow us across our social media platforms. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, we are there. Please just hit the subscribe button, hit the follow option, like, comment, and then share the link to family and friends. Wednesday, we are going to be discussing building bold personal brands for females. Yes, today we're not trying to be gender biased, but we are trying to focus on the females. We're trying to grow the females because they say when you send a female to school, you send I can't remember how they say it now. When you send a female to school, when you educate a female, when you build a brand for a female, you've not just done it for just one female, you've done it for a family, a society, a group of people. Yes. So, okay, before we even take our quick break, we're going to talk a little bit about what I said we saw on social media.
Right.
And the first we're going to talk about is on Pastor Bolaji.
NLLP. Avesta?
Is it Avestas?
Yes.
Is it Destas? Destas is Sam Adeyemi.
Yes.
Avestas.
He's Avestas.
Yesterday, Pastor Bolaji was arrested. And he was arrested based on money laundering charges. I do not want to read the full details because I feel like everybody has seen what has happened, but we'll still talk a little bit about what I saw on social media.
Right.
So the state FCID reportedly grills Pastor Bolaji Idowu over alleged real estate fraud. Others in FCT and Ogbujah. Operatives of the First Criminal Investigative Department, FCID, of Nigerian Police are currently grilling the lead pastor of the Harvesters International Church Christian Center, HICC, Bolaji Idowu, in the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. It is popularly known as the Next Level Prayer Conference pastor. It was arrested due to money laundering. Later at night, we saw the news that was going to be spending night there, which means probably the grilling is not going on well.
Right.
Later at night, we also saw that he has been released. And I'm asking myself, what exactly is going on? Recall that Pastor Jerry Eze, one of NSPPD.
Yes.
There was a time that people said is extorting people. His YouTube page is about 77 million naira monthly and all of that. And there have been eyes on all of these pastors that what exactly is going on. You are meant to be a pastor.
Right.
We're not finding a pastor in money laundering charges. Although it is still alleged, until we confirm it, it is still alleged.
Yeah.
I went further to do some diggings, and Pastor Bolaji's net worth is about 700 million US dollars, estimated to be about 7 billion naira as of 2024. I'm not in the best position to dig deep into pastor's fund or source of income.
Right.
But as of 2024, it's not on Forbes list though. His net worth is about 700 million US dollars. That is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
So,
is it Nigerian pastors and all of that, because of the trends that we keep hearing, the stories that we keep hearing, we don't even know who is real and who is fake. And I like this news because I know a friend of mine that Pastor Idowu is actually his own pastor. You feel me? And I think he's also like a reverend in the Pastors Church and also. I would like him to, I'd like to ask him and hear what he thinks about what's going on. Because it's funny how we actually, I'm not saying that he's guilty or not guilty or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not insinuating that. Yeah. But I am just saying that generally now, the kind of stories that we hear about our pastors, I feel like these are not stories that we are supposed to be hearing. You feel me? Yeah. I mean, given who Pastor Idowu is or how we perceive him to be on social media, he's this educated guy, this guy that is, I mean, do you know this guy is always praying?
Yeah.
I think I saw it December, welcome to December, you're going to be, Lord bless you, and all of those things. I saw that yesterday. So it's, I don't know why this kind of news is not spoiling his name and all
side,
of that.
Our Jaye pastor, Pastor Toby Adegboyega.
Should I say that one did not shock me?
Well, I was also not shocked.
Because, I mean, there's always stories about Pastor Toby. Either he's in the club. You said you know the matter.
Always hanging out. It's a birthday feast. Imagine, like, Pastor.
Imagine. And I like the way you said, you called him Jaye Pastor. So again, I am not insinuating that whatever that's been said about him is true or false or anything. But I just know that there are some things that when you hear about pastors, I'm like, no on this one.
Appalling.
When I hear that he's in a club, let me not call names now, but when I hear that he's in a club, the first question I want to ask is it that he's trying to, are there scenes there?
Who says pastors can have fun? Although that's not the bone of contention. Let me just read a little bit out. It's the uncle to the Hollywood actor John Boyega. Yeah. He lost his fight against deportation from the United Kingdom after his church was shut down over alleged £1.87 million fraud.
Hey, my Lord.
1.87 million, not in naira. Not in naira, not in dollars.
And you should also understand that
he tried to sue the government in the United Kingdom to court. His church was shut down and now he's been deported. Is it coming to Nigeria to come and open a church? Will it be partnered with? I don't want to mention any other pastor.
I can't wait to see what the future looks like for him. But I'm very sure that he's definitely going to be opening shop.
Revelations are starting to happen.
That one has already started happening a long time. The truth is, most of these are pastors and their money and all of that. they are also part of the people doing all this laundering, whatever. It's just that there isn't pastor and big church and members. And thank God for our celebrities that is always going to their churches. So, I mean, just which day we were... Was it not the one that was having a conversation with Vicky James? That she was... What was she calling him? Papa?
Spyro attended church.
Come on
Vicky
now.
James attended
I
church.
mean...
Sharon Oja. I think he joined them together in holy matrimony. Let's not dwell too much on
there's
that.
just a lot. But, I mean, future would tell us whether these stories we've heard now, whether they are truth or it's just, you know,
and
lies
trust
and
us
all.
to give you the tea as the break. Early morning tea like this, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. But we have to run a quick break right now. We are going to return with our headlines across the globe, and our guest will be joining us in the studio right after. Please stick around. You welcome back to the show. You're still on to Ways Breakfast, that youth-inclined breakfast show. Now we are going to take a look at the headlines across today's globe. And today we have only The Guardian and The New York Times. And I will be starting from The Guardian newspaper, where the major headline is screaming CNG, compressed natural gas scheme. Infrastructure deficit slows CNG adoption. Amid $450 million investment. There is a pictorial representation of the CNG where we have about 150,000 CNG kits being distributed. We have about 150 conversion centers. We have 50,000 plus vehicles converted. We have the CNG investment to be about $450 million. We also have number of CNG stations, refueling sites nationwide to be about 58. We have state of CNG dispensing site to be about 23, and we have CNG manufacturing hub to be about 3, which means slowly and gradually CNG is becoming a real thing.
The new fuel in Nigeria.
Yes. And away from that, still on the Guardian newspaper, another headline reads, Federal Poly with 142 students, 154 staff, incurs 638 million naira overhead costs. Breaking news. Another headline says Senate approves MTEP FSP probes NNPCL over 8.4 trillion naira subsidy. On tax reform bills, chaos in Reps Gumi Kuka backs proposals Pantami orders kicks. Owners of Ogbujah duplexes unknown, says EFCC. Recall that as of yesterday, they said former CBN governor was the owner, or should I say is now.
Okay,
is the owner.
Acres that we saw, yeah?
Yes, that is the owner, alleged owner of some of the houses. Some also said Pastor Bolaji owns some of them. But yes, is coming out to say, disclaimer, we do not know who owns them yet. The next headline says, court orders ex-AMCON's MDs arrest over 76 billion naira fraud. Away from that, sell 51% stake in refineries to IOCs, Pengaston advises government. The last bottom headline says, why Nigeria, South Africa must lead continent transformation by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the last headline reads, shallow grave discovered and security dislodged IPOP ESN camps in Imo State. For more details of this story, quickly grab a copy of the Guardian newspaper to read your interested story. Just in a minute. Everywhere you turn to, fraud. In private sector, fraud. In public sector, fraud. In
religion
churches,
sector,
fraud. And we intend to grow from developing to developed.
It's looking like some people's December will not go well, actually.
Dirty December.
I mean, it's
looking
dirty.
It might be
Exactly.
D-I-R-T-Y.
It's looking dirty, actually.
Let's take a look at
Straight
the New York
into the
Times.
international space, the New York Times newspaper. At least there's nobody frauding anything here. Oh, there's one person, actually. I don't know what Biden is up to. But let's check this out. But the right side of the newspaper, we have Schumer seeks FBI vetting for nominees, pushes to keep norms in a GOP in Senate. That's the Grand Old Party. And next to that, news under the news analysis, we have, with pardon, Biden echoes revival grip, saying raw politics tainted legal process. But the left side of the newspaper, Angola is a place where roots run deep for African Americans. Beneath that, a war, as wars divert allies of Syria, rebels pound. Next to that, Russia's elites feeling pinched by slow growth. Next to that, which is the last headline on the newspaper, has a culture war battle roars a school panel in liberal Manhattan. All right, so the one I want to quickly talk, okay, we really don't have enough time. But when I was talking about the whole Biden thing, I feel like, I mean, it's on the news now that Biden is saying that his son needs to be pardoned. We already know that there's a criminal charges laid on the son around something around gun possessions and tax crime, right? Now, you know, during the time where Biden was still in power and all, he came out to say that, oh, he wants the judicial process to just allow things go and he doesn't want to involve himself in it. But now that he's no longer, I mean, the president, and we already have the president-elect now, which is Donald Trump, is not saying that he wants his son to be pardoned. So it's just looking like, oh, during that time where he was still running for office, he was just doing those old things because he wanted people to see that, oh, he's a nice guy, but and he wanted people to still vote him and all. But now it's looking like, now that he has lost, he's saying, I beg, you should grant my son his pardon and all. So it's just looking funny. You see that it's just all political games and all of those. I mean, again, I feel like that's how politics are. That's how they make politics look like.
A part of me is seeing Nigeria in the United States, and I don't like the fact that I'm seeing Nigeria in the United States.
But, I mean, we are copying them, so that's it, basically.
Now, it looks like they're better than us when it comes to all of this political game.
Are they? I feel like we are doing the same thing. I mean, someone that was the president that was running for office, he was claiming that, oh, the old judicial, don't worry, anything that concerns my son, the judicial, whatever, should handle it. That he doesn't want to involve. Now that he's no longer, he's looking, I mean, obviously, he's no longer in power. Exactly. So now he's like, I beg, I need my son to be pardoned and all. So it's just giving political bullshit, honestly.
Viewers at home, please, don't let all these news disturb your mind. We really need to take this break. We're going to return with our guest, and today's conversation will be a very interesting one. You do not want to miss this.
Another is here. God's agenda for 2024 is wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing that makes things work. Everybody needs the oil of wisdom. The challenges are changing dimensions. So the wisdom to deal with them must keep changing dimensions. It's time to get wiser.
God terminated 8 years barrenness in this exalted altar.
I get back to a set of twin baby boys at 50 years after 17 and a half years.
Lord, I need the baptism of this ever-winning wisdom. Shiloh 2024 is December 10 to 15. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.